man.
All right, we got him.
We like to apologize.
For what? To absolutely no one. The two-time champ does absolutely fucking nothing.
Let's go.
Main Chafford podcast episode 131.
You got it right this time. Well
I'm 2 for 2. I'm up.
You're up, baby.
Yes, very special guest. Do you know what? I told her when I went to go pick her up from downstairs. It's crazy because she's always on my For You page. So it's like someone's jumped out the screen and now here in person. But no, it is crazy. Jordan, please introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Jordan. I am a TikToker, I guess, and I talk a lot about pop culture. It's weird. I feel like, I'm a TikToker, but I hate saying that.
Why do you hate saying that?
Because I feel like you say that and people think you're just on camera dancing. Like, all
oh,
day.
I see,
That's just like...
But the app does so much more than that. That's like, it's so if it was just people dancing, I don't think it would capture people's attention the way it does. Mm-hmm. But like, no, the content you create is great, and we'll get into it. But before we do that, boys, please tell the people who you are. Get off those aliases.
Yes, sir. Cole Sanusi, Don Corleone in the building. I'm here. I'm alive.
It's Eman G45, the G solid on my name, the 45 silent.
Come on.
It's Genghis Chibokwe, it's the Black Mamba Dove.
Yes, sir.
It's the Prince of the East.
Come on.
It's the Cheat of the
Yeah.
You've got something.
I'm sorry.
It's good to be on camera.
Yep.
With a sweet, wonderful voice.
Love that.
Yes.
All right. So, Jordan, please tell the people. I guess I just want to get an insight into how did you get started on TikTok? Like, what was because your content is quite specific. Was that what you started off doing, or?
Nah. So literally about a year ago, around this time last year, I just posted this random TikTok of me just like walking down the street complaining about going to the gym, and it went viral. Like, kind of like overnight. It was quite mad. And then after that, I just carried on posting just like, I don't know, like shower thoughts, just like chatting shit basically, and kind of gained a following from that, I guess. And then it wasn't until literally about, I think November was when I actually started making pop culture content specifically. Before that, it was just kind of everything. It was just me.
That's so interesting. Is there a science to it?
I don't know. This is funny. I actually just ran a content creation workshop yesterday. Ballard, who I like do full-time content creation for. Yeah. And I don't know. I think because TikTok is so early days, I feel like there's no standard. There's no one thing you have to do. Like, it's not like Instagram where it's like, okay, you need to be like picture perfect and you need to have your outfit like this and you need to be having these products or whatever. Yeah. I feel like it's very much like, as long as whatever you're doing is unique and creative and like is interesting to people, like that's all you really, really need, to be honest, I think.
Because I think we've spoken about it and we're trying to get the science down, but there might just not be. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about the science of it actually blowing up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's certain algorithms, but I'm assuming like what you said, obviously, as long as it's something unique and something that can appeal to people, that's typically, like I see the craziest shit on there and I'm thinking, how on earth is this like, what, like a million
It just vexes me, man, honestly.
It's an addictive app. Like,
100%.
It took me a while to actually get into, but now I'm into it. Like, because obviously the For You page, once you get it, it's just give you random shit. And eventually it gives you stuff that you actually like. So
yeah, I feel like you start out, you get the app and it's like mad and you're like, what is all this on my For You page? But once you start liking stuff and that algorithm gets there, it's just so good, and that's why you can spend hours
stuff
on it.
up.
Yeah, I kind of use it as a search engine now, to be honest. Like, to just find, like, if I want to watch a film, I'll type in like best films for, I don't know, like a Sunday evening, and you'll be surprised there'll be like millions of videos like
that's
that.
a fact.
Yeah,
like if I want to like find out maybe like restaurants or like gym routines and stuff, it's really, really good for that.
Really,
it's so useful.
It's so good for it. I promise you.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know there was like that side of TikTok that you could use it to explore things that.
Do you know what it is? I feel like because it's like real people, it's not like there's not a lot of brands on there, or like they're not the people that have the pull on the app. Like, so it's just nice to be able to like, if I want to start working out, I don't have to go and like pay for some routine. I can go and ask someone who like is in the same stages as me in like their like exercise journey and like find out from them. I just feel like it's just nice to be able to hear from people that are like real people.
Agreed.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that it had that capabilities, I guess, but it's interesting. I guess you learn something new every day, but it's interesting to know it had those capabilities. So you mostly talk about pop culture. What do you think would be the next thing for your account? Like, where do you want to take it? Because I'm quite intrigued as to what would be the next level for you.
I think next level, I'd like to like branch out. At the minute, I'm talking a lot about like celebrities and that kind of thing, like commentary on like media and that kind of thing. I'd like to like move more into like fashion and like music as well, because I really love music. And I think I just really like to like have a platform. I want to move to YouTube and like have a platform where I can like really discuss. Like, I guess like the end goal one day would be like to present something or like have a TV show or like even make a documentary on like something in pop culture that I find really interesting.
Did you watch E! News growing up?
Pardon?
Did you watch E! News growing up?
Yeah.
I could tell. As a fellow E! News watcher.
I did like E! News.
Oh my god.
Although to be fair, I actually preferred like E4. What's the 4 Music? What's the one like T4 on the beach? Like those like little morning shows. Remember? I like those a lot.
People lost time to T4 on the beach. Was it like on Saturday mornings or something?
Yeah. Something like that.
They were getting the maddest celebs to come on and didn't make any sense. Like, they would just put the most random couch together. Like Skepta next to the boy from Coldplay. Like, what? Where's the logic, you know?
But I think that's why it works, because it's
I guess, yeah, because when are you going to see those two people together? But I think that's why we kind of enjoy that sort of stuff. All right, so I guess this is our opportunity to talk about celebrities and music and stuff like that, because don't look at me like that. That's Jordan's whole bag.
Is this not a pop culture podcast?
It is.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, it really is.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Yeah,
So I
it.
wanted to get an understanding, because I feel like this would help me understand people better. Who are your favorite celebrities doing it right now, working right now, getting busy?
I think
Mr.
Zendaya
West
is doing amazing.
Mr. West?
Oh god, this guy says Kanye West. I say Zendaya. Where's your head at, bro?
We know why you said Zendaya.
Come on, man. No, it like obviously besides the fact that she's beautiful, she's doing like things. I've always been a fan of her, right? And I thought she's good like talent. Like she's got a lot of prospects. Like she's done well in Spider-Man, but I feel like in Euphoria, like some of the scenes she had and some of like the ways she conveyed that Rue character across the screen, I didn't think she'd be that good. I knew she was good, but I didn't think she had that
think she had that in her.
So,
when she was kicking down doors, I said, what? This girl weighs nothing.
She's doing a marathon.
Where's the pills? I said, alright, listen, just give it to her. She's on smoke.
Definitely Zendaya right now. She's trending high for me.
No, I feel you. I feel like she's just such. She's done her career so well. I feel like it's such a basic answer to say Zendaya, but that's because like she's just killing it.
Absolutely.
I feel like she's made such clever choices. Like the fact that she was on Disney and then didn't really take that many roles. Like she could have just like put herself out and been everywhere for a really long time. But I feel like she's been very clever and just done a couple small roles here and there. Then has Spider-Man. Then now Euphoria. It's kind of like, okay, like she's here. Do you know what I mean?
Very, very wide like variety of roles. Even that movie on
Malcolm and Marie.
Oh, yeah. Did you watch that?
Unfortunately,
I sat
that film stank.
an hour and a half of arguments.
Like, what? If I wanted to see that's just insane.
I stopped watching halfway through.
I don't blame you. Like, to be fair, her acting was really.
She's great. Yeah.
I mean, they're both phenomenal actors, but the writing was so bad. This Sam Levinson guy, get him the fuck out, because he wrote and directed Malcolm and Marie, and he just near on catapulted or ruined the last season of Euphoria. He needs help.
Nah, serious.
No, it was bad. I think the three of us watched.
I quite enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it?
You enjoyed the second season?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I mean, I'm not like the biggest fan. I kind of like watch it.
You told me to watch it.
Fair is on
Fair enough.
HBO.
It's on HBO. I thought it was good. I thought the second season was just a bit darker and deeper, I guess. And a lot of the stuff that happened with the characters were a lot more fleshed out. Whereas the first season, I felt it was a bit more teen boppy. That's just for me, a little bit. Maybe
I'd argue the opposite.
You think so? I thought the season was
Are we watching the same show?
Yeah, 100%. Mind you, you've watched this first season more recently than me. The first season came out how many years ago? So my memory is kind of shit.
I don't know. I feel like the first season was like pretty perfect. I think that's like one of the best seasons. But I think that the second season, I think it is darker, but I just think the plot was just all over the place.
Yeah, it was just like
make sense.
Characters weren't acting like themselves. Obviously, we all know what happened with Kat and her beef with the director, but things like just couldn't get behind what they were doing with Cassie, because it just seemed so out of character. Like fair enough, she does have that desperate side to her, but not to this extent. Homegirl was getting ready 4 hours before school just so Nate would notice her. Nate's a scumbag himself. Like,
Nate's busting out a gun like every 2 minutes. Like, I just feel like that was itself was just like, what is going on? Like, what am I watching?
I keep this thing on me.
He really does.
No,
he really does.
Wait, why was she getting ready for 4 hours?
So she wanted to impress this guy. The whole premise of it was she wanted to impress this guy to look more like her friend who the guy originally fancied. But in order to do that, she needs to get ready for 4 hours.
Yeah.
So you're talking about waking up 3 a.m. to get ready?
Yes,
for 7
yeah.
That's the plot.
That was like a whole episode. Have you seen it?
No.
Nah, emails.
Don't. I don't
Watch the first season. To be fair, I think it's like worth the watch just to see what everyone's talking about.
Right.
But the second season,
It's a no for me,
nuts.
dog.
Go on.
Go on.
I was gonna say, why Mr. West? Why is Mr. West trending for you right now? Oh, besides, obviously,
I've been following him pretty much since. Okay, so by the time I was listening to music, when I was allowed to listen to music in my household, my parents' household, it was 50 Cent, G Unit, and Kanye West. And I looked in the folders because I organized them, and I realized that I had more Kanye West songs than 50 Cent. So I was like, okay, then let me just follow Kanye West a bit more. And from that point, I've always been a massive fan of Kanye West. So I've always just followed him in pretty much everything that he does. And then even to like some of the shenanigans that he does, I'll kind of push it to the side just to see the genius in what he's doing. And sometimes there is humanity in some of the shenanigans that he does, but yeah.
Sometimes there's not.
Yeah, there is humanity. Like, you want to kill your ex's
you can't put that on. You can't put that. Fair enough, you put that on wax, but to actually depict it in the video, he's insane for that.
But do you know what? I was thinking about this though. Like, how different is that from like any other rapper from that generation talking about like
any other rapper
killing this man and killing that man?
Like, I was okay with the line. Like, the line in the song is fine. The issue I had, I just think he's better than it's lazy was the video. I was just a bit like, a lot of people can relate to that. You all have exes and they get with someone new, and you probably we've seen it. Someone puts a cheeky
me. You left me for him.
You put a cheeky Instagram caption like, couldn't be me, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get it. Like, he's not the first person to go through a breakup, nor will he be the last. But
he's a grown ass man.
I ain't
depicting.
depicting.
Old,
yeah,
man.
He does have to hold that L.
Yeah,
he's 44 years old.
100%.
His
I know.
kids are, and like they're all gonna see it. It's all on social media. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a way to go about it.
100%.
100%.
He's not really going about
It's
it. the right
tricky
way.
though. I know what you mean. Like, I grew up with Kanye as well, and like he's probably realistically my favorite artist in terms of like I just love everything he's put out. So it's just hard to let go of that when you see.
And the
what
documentary-
100%.
Yeah, the documentary was so good.
Yeah, the doc was.
So Jordan, who's your favorite? So who's doing it for you right now?
Right now, yeah, I would say Zendaya. I do really like Alexa Demi from Euphoria. Is Maddie. Oh, sorry. I really like I mean, a bit more low key, but Brie Runway, the pop artist. Yeah, I really, really love her. But my all-time favorite. Listen, I'm gonna be basic. I'm gonna say Beyonce.
I thought he was gonna say Princess Diana.
Listen, what?
I don't know.
What made you go with that?
I felt like that's the direction she was going in.
Someone asked me a question about her, so I made a video on it. Listen, I don't stand Princess Diana, but she is that bitch.
Listen, she was
that
getting
bitch.
busy in the night, like.
Fair enough.
Less said.
What's Beyonce on nowadays? Like, I feel like she's kind of low.
I don't know. I feel like there's been rumors for like years of something coming back, but I'd like her dropping an album and doing a tour.
When was her last album?
Everything Is Love, wasn't it? The one with Jay-Z a few years ago.
Oh
No,
no!
it was the Afrobeats one she did. Was that
yes.
after?
Yeah, that was after. What
was it called?
Jesus King.
Black is King.
Like it's
Yeah. But I don't think that was her album. She like orchestrated
Like,
it
yeah.
Yeah.
Like a soundtrack.
for the Lion King.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So Beyonce is your number one. Why is that?
I just grew up with her, and she's just like, listen, I feel like people who stan Beyonce, like, they get flack. It's basic, but no one's done it like her, and no one will do it like her. She's a legend, in my opinion, and I just love her.
It's a good choice. Who would mine be actually? I'm even asking everyone, and I don't even know. Rihanna's up there for me. I think she's dominated the market. She in music, fashion, makeup, and then she just said, you know what, I'm worth a bill. Let me go have a baby. Like that's such a move. And we're never getting another album. Like forget about it.
I don't know. She said that she might.
She's been saying that.
Where is R9 at this
But
point?
it's way too long. Like this. Yeah. I mean the time that she said that she probably did R8, and then now it's like you're not gonna get it.
I think the problem is if she drops it now, it's been such a long time. Like it's got to be 10. Like I think, that's a lot of pressure.
And it has to be within the time frame of today. Like you can't just drop old music.
That's the issue. Like because I'm sure she's continually been recording, but a song she might have recorded in 2016 wouldn't do her favors now, or wouldn't bang now. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure there's stuff from the anti-cutting room floor which she could probably, bish bash bosh, but people don't want to hear that. Do you know what I mean? I think they'd want to hear her truth.
You want to hear a joint album with A$AP Rocky?
No, I don't like that man.
Wow.
Nah, I'm joking. I'm an A$AP Rocky fan, but
oh really?
Listen,
no, he's not.
Why not?
He doesn't like any of his music.
What are you talking about? His first 2 albums I really enjoyed. Testing I hate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exacerbating the situation.
Do you know what? I don't think I can even name a song by him.
Really?
I feel like I know him more as like a yeah.
That's interesting.
100%.
I guess because this is like people who know Jay-Z as Beyonce's husband.
Do people?
And just
I don't believe that.
I asked my girl the other day, who's Jay-Z? She said, isn't that Beyonce's husband?
Wow, fair enough.
Like no other
not even
Reasonable Doubt.
No reference. I was like Empire State of Mind.
Rockefeller Records.
She was like, oh, I thought that was the Alicia Keys song.
Wow.
Damn.
People like
we're losing recipes.
Nah. The thing is that I think we live in it's a bubble, but like we just expect everyone to know these sort of things.
You're right.
So it was interesting to hear her say that. And then like I've asked the same question to other people and they've said the same thing.
Who are you asking? Like how old are these people?
Well, probably in the wrong spaces, but like
wrong spaces.
But I just don't see how you cannot know who Jay-Z is. Like
not actually like they know who he is, they know he's a musician, but they don't know like who his music is. Yeah, like outside of that, like they might know he's a bit of a mogul and he has ties to this, that and the other, but they don't know the person on what he did. May even think, oh, that Crazy in Love feature was the last thing he did.
Yikes. Come on, man. Give the man some more credit.
Not even 444.
Like Tidal, something. You know
to
what
be
I'm
fair,
saying?
I think if you're not a hip hop head, then you probably wouldn't really have thought of him in terms of music since way back when.
Nah, but it's Jay-Z. I was perplexed, but hey, it is what it is. But no, I think everyone gave good choices there. I'm still surprised you said Kanye West. I thought you might have switched it up.
With who?
I'm not surprised.
Conway and them, man.
Griselda.
I listen to their music.
Nah.
I don't know.
I listen to their music. This is Griselda. So there's 3 artists. Well, there's actually 4, but there's 3 artists, main artists. There's Westside Gunn, Conway the Machine, and Benny the Butcher. And they have basically taken hip hop into a new spectrum, into a new sound in terms of the mainstream. There's been other people like Rock Marciano and then Stove God Cooks, other individuals as well. But I listen to their music. I don't. I'm not there yet. I'm not there.
I feel like it's different. I feel like the people that I listen to, like the musicians I listen to, are different to the people that I like as like public figures. You know what I mean?
Okay. Who are you listening to at the moment?
Oh God, everything. Who am I listening to at the minute? Yeah, probably a lot of.
Okay, what was the last? What was the last song that played before you got here?
Let me have a look. I was playing a playlist. I think it was
Robert.
I think it was
Robert Plant.
Stop.
I was listening to Jean Doe,
Okay.
the R&B artist. Yeah, I like a lot of like R&B, really hip hop.
Yeah.
No, that's
funk, soul. I don't think you get that if you looked at my TikTok.
No, not at all.
No.
She said punk.
Oh,
what did she say?
I said
Wait,
funk.
Funk.
He said skunk.
What the hell?
What is skunk?
What kind of music is smelling?
That's great. All right, so I guess this is a pitch towards the future, but especially because you want to discuss more fashion going forward. What are some bits of fashion that you think will happen as we proceed, and what do you think will also die out as well?
Oh, interesting.
Because you seem to think early 2000s fashion is going to make a comeback.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, I think we're in the era of early 2000s, and I don't think it's going to go for like a good.
Have you seen Drake's new shoes? Come on.
What did they know?
You don't know about Drake's? Oh, you're not really sneakers like me.
I've seen the straight back cornrows. Is it the same picture?
What's he doing?
Yeah.
This is what I said. Classic is incoming. That's a man going through something. 35 years old. Come on, man.
But then what about Pusha T?
Yeah, but Pusha has had that for his whole life. Pusha's hair is part of his personality.
I agree with you.
Drake's just doing that now, and I've seen your afro. It's not long enough to do that, so I have questions.
Wow, that's my take. But yeah, no, I definitely agree with you in terms of early 2000s fashion coming back, because people are kind of tired of the skinny, slim.
Yeah, 100%.
What sort of and how so would you say it's coming back? What sort of items can we expect to see?
A lot more low rise. And listen, let me say it now. I've been wearing low rise for a good couple years, so I actually feel like I spearheaded that before the kids got on it and got their low rise jeans from Depop. Like I was kind of doing that, but yeah, I think a lot more low rise.
What do you think's inspired this?
Honestly, I think the trend cycles are moving really, really quickly. So like, you know how they say, what is it? Like fashion is cyclical. Like everything that was popular like 30 years ago, I think will come back again. Yeah. So like you kind of the eras kind of always repeat, but things are moving so quickly because of like fast fashion and like it's just everything is so accessible that we kind of want more. So I think it's partly that, and I also think like we're just kind of in an age of like very much just wanting to do what you want. I think with the pandemic, especially, like we're moving into like less like rigid trends that you have to follow, and more just like expression and like finding your own style and like creativity and that kind of thing. Yeah. So I feel like Y2K, like the early 2000s, is like perfect for that because it's so bold. Like a lot of it is really clapped, but it like works because it's fun. You know what I mean?
God, I don't know if how do you think it's gonna be for the mandem?
Mandem are like wearing more cargos now. They're getting rid of all the jeans now. All the
cargos. Yeah, jeans are gone.
Basically
I think
gone. A lot of
jeans coming back. It's just gonna be straight jeans.
You're
probably gonna go back to slim wear, but it's just because it's just a bit more comfortable, a bit more tailored.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but I think in the whole entire conversation, like straight jeans is gonna come back.
Yeah.
I just hope it doesn't get baggy.
Yeah, baggy tops are gonna come back.
Is definitely.
I mean, they're here already. Technically,
they've been here for a while.
Yeah, they've been here for a while. Baggy tops are gonna come back. I just really want extra long basketball shorts to come back.
Yeah, do you know what? I think they will. You know,
remember you posted
case in point.
Because listen, it's my type, man.
And what, you can't hoop properly in that?
No, you can. It's the way performance has been highlighted in sportswear a lot more, especially because there's the technology to actually do that. But now, because of fashion and how fashion is moving right now within, as she said, cyclical, then you will see baggy shorts again.
I don't know if I'm ready for it. Like
3/4 lengths.
They should never bring that. That just reminds me of what's it? Lizzie McGuire.
Lizzie McGuire.
That was the wave. She was the queen of that.
Right. Listen, I think they're coming back. I think we're gonna see a lot of these little like capri.
I think maybe it's I'm an old man now, but like I'm just not ready for it. I'm just not here for it either. Like
you've got to find what you like within it.
Do you know what's kind of wild? So there's okay. So basically, he calls himself Chad the Hypebeast, and his Instagram is Chad TV. And he was posting like a few things because he has a brand currently at the moment. It's a reefer door, and he posted up what's her name? The one that was on Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
London Tipson.
Ashley Tisdale.
She was wearing
oh yeah, she had the maddest fits.
Jeans and a skirt on top.
She's going to hell.
And back in the day, that was fashion.
Yeah. What's the worst fit you've ever seen?
That's the worst fit I've ever seen.
Nah, mine's Joe Budden. Basket football top. It was crazy. Like baggy jeans, and I think you know how the hat with the visor.
Yeah. If you ever get bored, just go on Joe Budden fits on Instagram. Some of the outfits on there are outrageous. Oh my god.
Jordan, what's the worst outfit you've ever seen?
don't know. It's hard because I honestly I really like bad outfits. Like I find them quite inspiring. So I'm like, I rate that you've put that on and you've actually like left the house wearing them. But you know what? I saw a tweet the other day. This is more recent, but there was a tweet talking about you know the off-white belts that everyone was wearing.
Oh,
people like girls were like wearing them, like having a blazer, and then you like tie the off-white belt around for every outfit. And I hated that trend. I hated that so much.
Wait, Off-White the brand or just
Off-White the brand? But like, they have like these belts that everyone.
It was
like
an emergency. It looked like an emergency seat belt. That's the only way I can describe it.
Fully.
I mean, R.I.P. Virgil. He was getting busy, but yeah, that weren't it.
Nah. To be fair, the belts weren't bad. Like the brand wasn't bad. It was just, you know, when a trend just gets rinsed, that's what I don't like.
Yeah.
I'd rather see someone like come out with like a terrible fit that they try to do something with. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm worried that might happen to Cortez. What they've done was very innovative, very clever, but it's when celebrities start wearing it and then in turn it makes people want to buy it and they're obsessed with it. It's just
same thing that happened with Balenciaga. I used to really like Balenciaga, and I feel like
Kim ruined that.
Yeah, the Kardashians. Now I just think Balenciaga Kardashians, and it's just.
Did you ever wear the expanders?
What's that?
The expanders?
You know the spring crepes.
Nope, never seen them. They taped. Do you know? Did you see when they taped up Kim?
I don't know how.
And she said they said she looked like she.
How's she gonna go for a piss?
She's not.
You know she has to take off the. Nah.
I thought it was like an actual outfit, but they literally
taped it. Yeah,
it was just tape around.
Yeah, it was
actual tape. You can see a video of her walking.
Like
she's like.
I don't know how her blood is.
She needs to stop with the cat suits, but do you know what? She's in a great era for her face. Like
her face.
Kim has a different face every 2 years.
I feel like. So I don't.
You know it's true, isn't it?
No, I'm not gonna lie. That is actually true, and I was actually thinking the same thing. I posted a picture the other day, and I was like,
Kim's face now. She's cooking.
She's done something.
Yeah, the surgeon went crazy.
I mean,
Can you
I don't hate them.
Show the camera.
I don't hate them.
I'll put an image.
But
you know the spring crepes?
Nah, man, come on. Is that Balenciaga?
Yeah, that's Balenciaga.
Do you know what? Go on, sorry.
No, I don't hate them. I think the thing is just like, yeah, that's like a cool shoe, but like that is something you can go to the charity shop and get without having the Balenciaga £750 price tag.
I don't think you'll have with the spring. Well, okay, the style of the shoe, yes.
Yeah.
Not with the spring though. The spring.
But do you need the spring?
It looks very wild.
I mean, do you know what? I didn't like the Balenciaga dad shoes or like the really chunky shoes when they first came out, and they grew on me.
Yeah.
Not to the point that I'd own them, but like. I was like, I can see why.
See the vision now.
Yeah.
Well, the Triple S or the sneaker.
The one Young Thug had on. There's only basically the video is him like apologizing to his girlfriend for cheating, and then he pauses mid-video apologizing, and then he makes everyone check out his fit, and then he goes back to apologizing. It might be the Triple S's, but that's how I remember those shoes. But I mean, fashion is interesting. Even things that were.
Yeah. Especially
probably in style 2 years ago, like you'd be caught dead wearing them. Now they're trying to get tech fleece out here.
Yeah,
but that's like for the kids, in a way. And I feel like baseball jackets are back now. I see everyone wearing baseball jackets.
Nah,
I see everyone wearing them again. I'm just like, it just keeps happening.
I'm so happy Averex is returning.
Averex
Shouts out to A1 and J1 in the latest video. They're wearing an Averex jacket. I was like, yes.
But it's a bag for that coat.
A bag?
Yeah.
No one could have fun anymore. There's no need for it to be that expensive.
I remember I had an Averex hoodie and it was all white and it didn't last for a month.
What did you do to it? What did you do to it?
I was 8.
8? Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah. I'm not giving an 8-year-old an Averex hoodie.
My mom didn't know that.
Okay. They're also ruining music.
How so?
Music.
The reason I say this is because you're on TikTok. You might have seen. It's the constant remix of this.
That's the main thing I had to get over before I got on the app, because I'm a music head. My brain processes music a certain way, so I hear a certain drop and then the song changes and I'm like,
I feel sorry for that youth. But the one that remix "Glad You Came" by
I heard that yesterday.
how does it go? What happens in the song? Does it just change completely?
No,
it's like you know the Wanted song "Glad You Came."
Yeah,
they just like sampled it in this mad.
I like that song. Like if I wanted to hear it, I'd just go listen to it.
This is the thing. Is it even TikTok though? Because I feel like we were like the samples were just getting rinsed anyway.
Yeah,
I feel like we're in this culture. It's just like no one's making anything. They're just getting a sample, just dragging it and just chucking on a verse.
It's laziness now. I think we're 2 songs away from someone remixing Barbie Girl. Like it's that bad at the moment.
That hasn't happened already. To be honest.
Listen, I'll be.
Yeah, but you know what?
Sometimes
It's just the way samples today are being used. It's not really creative.
Sometimes it's creative, and sometimes you get really nice songs that exist inside of other songs. But more often than not, you're right. It's very lazy. It's just
It's not moving the brand. It's not pushing the music forward, which is the problem.
No.
But the only reason I brought that up is because
I like Retail Therapy though. I like how they use that sample.
what was the sample in Retail Therapy?
The same one as Kanye West, Drive Slow.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, Sench can do whatever he wants.
It's the same sample. But yeah.
I watched an interview with Outkast the other day, and they were talking about like sample culture and how like it's kind of gone from like you take the sample and like, you won't even be able to hear it in the song. Do you know what I mean? Unless you're really looking for it, because it's just so artistically done, and like you pull these bits and whatever. But now it's very much just like I'm gonna just take this chorus and that's gonna be the song. Do you know what I mean? As you said, it just doesn't push the creativity.
No, and
hence why I like the whole Griselda sound, because they're using samples, but they're using it in ways that you wouldn't know.
Yeah, no.
And sometimes they do take obvious parts of a song, but the way they mix it, like Conductor, the producer,
I think for me it's just when it's the laziness of it really, and I like H, so I don't really like having a bad word to say about him, but his recent song which came out, like he sampled Ashanti's
Oh yeah.
and it was you know when they make the song part of the song, if that makes sense, like he'll say a verse and then he'll interpolate
the old version.
Yeah, into the song, and I'm like, come on, man.
Same as the Lil Easy Vert song, the Baby Cakes one. I don't know who the main
Oh
artist is.
yeah.
Oh, Pink Panthers.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I get it, and like for a younger generation, they're probably hearing it for the first time. And it's like, oh wow, this is cool. But we know obviously that comes from that song. From
But I mean, shout out to Pink Panthers. She's great.
Yeah.
And the one person who used it in a way that I liked, I didn't necessarily like the song, but I could see what he was doing was Central C with Obsessed with You.
Yeah, I think that was quite clever. I quite like that.
I agree. I think that was the start of it, and then everyone saw that it worked, and then they just ran with it.
And I think that one's interesting because like it was a song that had kind of come out recently. Like it wasn't like, I don't know, I feel like it wasn't just pulling like an old R&B track from like, the noughties. You know what I mean? It was a bit more like, okay, like I don't know, you had to really think about this to do that. Yeah.
There's a way to do it.
Agreed.
Like Digga D's doing
Pump 101.
Yeah. And just completely changing the lyrics. I like it. It's cheeky. It's like on brand. But then, you have other versions that are just super, super duper lazy.
No, I agree. And it's just, it's scary to be honest, because you're a bit like, I can't wait, at least for UK music, you can't be like, I'm going to wait for either Dave Stormzy or J Hus to drop. Because then you'll be waiting forever.
And it really depends on what sound they want to make.
Exactly.
Because they're probably listening to the sound and the scape of like how music is being presented right now and how the industry is pushing this sort of sound. But then what tends to happen is that they'll probably go for something completely different. Yeah. Same way that Stormzy did the whole gospel movement, whether I like it or not, it's still something that's completely different to people's ears.
Yeah.
100%.
I agree. It's just interesting to see where music goes, because we had this conversation like, is UK music in the bin at the moment? And I'm just like, after that Glad You Came song, my answer's got to, I think at the time I said no, but after that Glad You Came song,
I need to listen to this. You need to play it.
Do you know what? I'm going to make it my choice for the playlist. No, but yeah, it's in a bad and weird place. I don't know if I'd say music in general is, because I always feel like you should try and do your research if you're not enjoying the music that's being presented to you. So there is good music being made, but what's coming out of the UK at the moment?
Actually, on the topic of music, would you listen to an album where it's just pure vocals? No nothing. Just
I actually think I would.
Somebody singing.
I really like vocals are like my favorite part. Of the track. So I don't know. It obviously depends how it was done and like. Yeah, I'll be interested.
Some of the songs that I'll never listen to on the Instagram account, I want to call it voice. I think it's supposed to say voices, but I don't know. It's spelled VOCEAUX. The Instagram.
They've
account.
made it hard for themselves.
They've made it hard for themselves, but so basically they'll take a live singing performance by various classical artists.
Okay.
And then they'll just play their vocals only.
Well, it's like a cappella tracks.
A cappella, and it's
I'm sure Beyonce's done that. Was the home?
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Yeah.
Was the homecoming thing?
I think they've done something for Beyonce. They've done something for Adele.
Interesting.
Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, Adele could do it. Oh, that'd be clean.
Yeah.
But I feel like a cappella tracks aren't even new because there's a Destiny's Child. I think like one of their albums, they have like a bunch of bonus tracks that are all just like the songs on the album that are a cappella.
That'd be more interesting actually if
I really like it.
Deluxe albums actually tried to, because we know why they're doing it. Like they're trying to increase the amount of sales that a particular album's had. But if they were doing something interesting like that on the deluxe, like maybe more rough cuts or studio versions where it's just you testing your vocals, especially people who can really sing and go for it. Like I would easily listen
100%.
to Adele do that.
100%. I feel like that's just like more than like TikTok, and like I feel like there's a lot of talk about how TikTok's kind of killed like music. I think it's just more streaming culture because like deluxe albums, like they're not really deluxe album drops now are just like here's 3 other songs that just didn't make it to the album. As before it was kind of like, here's like something interesting, a cappella tracks, another interlude,
Exactly.
There was something to it and it had a purpose, whereas now it's just very much like, okay, here's just another.
I think the deluxe albums was just because they didn't clear it in time, clear samples in time, and it doesn't. Sometimes it may not add to the actual album, and I think sometimes it did that for album sales, but now it's just like, as you said, ego, mate.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I blame LeBron when he invented deluxe albums with 2 chains. Here you go. Here's another.
Yeah.
I like him, but that was one of the dumbest things I've ever heard someone say.
Coming on this ride with me. You know what?
Okay, so Jordan, you use this term a lot. It girl, it boy.
What does that mean?
That's what I was gonna get.
Or ick.
IT.
IT.
Yeah, don't worry. Can you explain it to the people, and then I want you to pick the 2 greatest ever.
The greatest ever.
Yeah. Or who was the most it person of all time?
Damn.
Or
Okay.
it people.
So in my head, right, an it girl.
What?
She's gonna explain it.
Sorry, I'm too fast.
It girl or it person. I'm not gonna lie, I've not really thought about it boys. I feel like I don't really. It's a bit different because I kind of think that an it girl is someone that's in the media, usually from like nepotism, maybe their parents are famous or whatever, but yeah, they're an actor, a musician, whatever, but the point is that they've kind of made a name and like platform for themselves, like aside from what their normal field kind of is. Usually, well, I think it kind of has to be fashion for an it girl. So for example, I would say Zendaya is a really, really good example of an it girl because she's an amazing actress and we all know that now, but even from like, she was on Disney like that must have been like 7-8 years ago, maybe longer, maybe less. But since then, she's just stayed in the public consciousness because she's just been like on everyone's Pinterest boards because she always looks amazing and people are always like looking to see what she wears at award shows. I think Bella Hadid is another one. Like people just want to have her outfits and like want to know what she's wearing, what she's doing. Alexa Demie from Euphoria, I think, is a big one at the minute. I think basically anyone, like, you kind of look to them for like inspiration and you are like gagging to see what they're gonna like wear next, and like you're waiting to see like the next paparazzi shot from them. It's like kind of exciting, more so than your standard celebrity. It was like, they'll go and do interviews and they'll go and do PR and it's like, okay, I know they just do this or do that. But I think the original it girls, in my opinion, and I think, kind of factually, would be like the supermodels of like the 90s. So like Naomi Campbell and Kate Moss, to me, like they're the it girls because everyone was watching them and all they really did was just like, well, obviously modeling is a real job, but like, you know what I mean? Like it would have been easy for them to just be a model and they just walk up and down the catwalk and that's it. But instead they were like, everyone wanted to know what they were doing. They were in the papers all the time. They were so glamorous. Like they just had the girls shook. Like they were just kind of
that's a fact.
Those girls. Yeah. So I think it's that essence of like, just having that class and that like, like intrigue and mystery and like chic.
No, I hear that. Mm-hmm. And I guess that makes sense because I've been seeing the term dotted around and I've been like, what? How does someone even be that? Like it's
a hard thing to define, to be honest. I don't think there is like a true definition, but I just think it's just that.
So what would be an it boy for you then?
It boy,
like in its definition, before we get into discussing like who is an it boy.
Could be Tom Holland.
Are you sure?
I don't know, not based off what she just said, isn't it?
Not really.
Not listening to the assignment, am I?
No.
But this is why it's harder for men, because I feel like it's not really like, whereas girls like have those girls where they're like, oh my god, like tweeting pictures of
really
them,
fair.
and
It's
like, whereas boys
not
aren't really.
I guess it's like what's their stardom like at the moment. That's why I picked Tom.
I see what you're trying to say.
But I think their stardom has something to do with it. Like, are they at the height of their powers? You know, is this not that it's the peak that they'll ever be, but this feels like their big moment or their big break, you know?
Do you know what? I think a good way to describe it is like maybe even like a parent's generation, maybe my parents wouldn't, but like a parent's generation would even know who they were. So like even Zendaya, like, yeah, she wasn't really acting or doing that much in that many roles, but like my parents would have known her name just because she's been around. Like people just know who she is.
No, that makes it harder. My mum don't be knowing anyone. Or she knows them, but she'll do this funny thing. Like, say Daniel Kaluuya's on the TV, she'd be like, isn't that Get Out Boy?
I think it's harder with black parents though. I feel like that's just not really
it's just not happening whatsoever. She's not trying, and she'd be loving like watching Graham Norton and that, and I'm like, how do you not know who these people are? They come on like every 6 months. You're just not even trying at this point, mum. But yeah, that does make it harder to be. Do you know who's someone I'm interested that might become an it girl? I'm just really interested to see how this year goes for her. Keke Palmer.
I was thinking that literally on the way here because I was like looking at the questions and I was like,
because she's in Note. And obviously, like her personality alone is fantastic. It's electric. Like I'm actually surprised it's not aided in her career going forward. She's got the Nickelodeon was a child star bag as well, so she's been famous for what feels like forever. I'm just really interested to see the year she has. I think Nope, depending on how good it is, but either way, being in a Jordan Peele film at the moment seems like a slam dunk.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
as long as that film is good, it could elevate her career. And I think she's in something else which is quite. The expectations for it are quite high. Okay. So I'm interested to see the career trajectory she has as well.
I think this is going to be a big year for her. I'll be surprised if she doesn't like blow, because even like the TikTok sound, what was it that she was like, she had this sound,
the stallion.
That's it.
You know it's your girl.
Is that her?
Yeah. Keep Palmer.
So I feel like the TikTok kids like now like know who she was, and they probably wouldn't have known that like a couple years ago. And she's so charismatic, like she just has that energy. She's just very watchable.
Agreed.
I think because as you said, she has that energy, but more importantly, she's not been. I mean, of course, she may have been working, she may have been putting in the graft, but I think it's never been noticed. And it's really like, I would say I'm rooting for her because
she's funny as hell as well.
She's jokes, man.
What's it? I've seen her from Jump In, and then now all this time she's not really been pushed forward with all this energy she's been giving, and then now it's like this is her moment. This is the time to shine. And she should shine.
The funniest thing was when she was like, people always come up to me, oh my God, Keke, I can't believe you're not more famous and whatnot. So why didn't you guys go see my movies? Like, where were you when I was in movies? That's why I'm not as big as you guys want me to be. But she's obviously, to have impressed Jordan Peele and then to be stood alongside Daniel Kaluuya, I think she must have impressed the right people. So I'm very intrigued to see what sort of year she has going forward. Is there anyone else that we think could have a big year this year that could surprise us?
Good question.
Vladimir Putin.
Jesus Christ.
No, we don't have to talk about it.
He's trying to be an it boy.
Do you know who I might think? Do you know Leomi Anderson, the model? She runs a brand, like a fashion brand, and she's going out with what's his name? He's a rapper, Lancey Fox. I don't know how he is.
Oh yes,
I
know Lancey Fox.
Yeah. They've like posted some pictures together and just look like such an it couple. And I think she's got a film coming out this year, so I can see that.
That's gonna annoy me.
Like
What's her name?
Leomi Anderson. You'll recognise her, I think.
As soon as I see her.
Yeah, I think so.
How do you spell it?
Leomie Anderson.
Right.
I'm really trying to think of an it guy.
Oh yeah.
Based on the fact that somebody who can dress fairly well.
Yes, of course.
Do you know what though?
Because that's. Let me see.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
I don't know. Who she is.
That one's for the girls.
That's for the ladies. I think.
Fair enough.
It has to be somebody who can just dress well. Mainly, and then somebody who knows how to dress within a suit and somebody who's still very stylish. I think probably Drake would probably be the it boy.
Is he?
I don't know. They be cooking his drip.
I feel like if it would have been like, it was like a time period where he was, but I feel like now he's just become a bit.
I saw a hilarious TikTok. They said, "How can a man with no drip make a song called No Stylist?" Well, you need one. I was like, "No."
Do you know what? I feel like this is why the definition for an it boy is different. I don't think it's really as like important for like style. So in my head, really, the current it boy would probably be like Pete Davidson, because he's kind of the one that's. I mean, he's a comedian, but that's not really why people know him. They just know him because he's everywhere and every girl wants to be with him.
True.
Do you know what I mean?
It's weird, but every girl.
Are you offended, man?
I'm not offended. I've never listened to his comedy.
Kanye, ride or die.
I've never listened to his comedy. I've always known him. I've known him from Wild 'N Out. That's the only time I've ever known him. So I've just seen him just pop up in different increments of life, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, Pete Davidson.
He's really worked hard, to be fair, because he has been famous for a lot longer than I think people give credit for. Because obviously SNL, I think, catapulted his career. But
yeah. I think that's the only thing I know him for is SNL style. I don't know.
But I hear what you're saying. I think I agree with you. I can see there's certain elements of the word we've created, or not the word we've created, but the terminology we've given towards it boy or girl that I think Pete Davidson does fall into. He's someone I'm actually quite interested to see what his career will pan out this year. He's got to drop a stand-up special. Like, it'd be the easiest slam dunk ever. It would be insane.
But I don't know, because on SNL they said that they're not going to be talking about Kanye anymore.
Is he banned on there?
Yeah, I think there's like a now banned topic. So I feel like if he was going to drop a special, you can't really do that without talking about Kanye.
Why would they ban it? This is prime time real estate.
Kanye's out here trying to kill him. You know what I mean? Like,
you still want to stoke the fire.
Apparently he found it funny.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Pete Davidson seems to have a good sense of humor, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Oh no, I'd have been.
Pete Davidson is 6 foot something. I just feel like he's gonna thump Kanye West. Like,
they're not actually gonna fight.
No, if they ever do fight, he's just gonna bang him in the face.
I don't even think they roll in the same places.
see, I wouldn't have said that, but now he's with Kim Kardashian. So,
but I don't.
Balenciaga, yeah, they're gonna be there.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm saying they won't be in the same places, but I mean, if that's what you think that will happen.
It boy is probably Dave.
yeah.
Dave is a UK.
Do you know what? Yeah, maybe.
Because he dresses well.
Mm-hmm.
The way he conducts himself in terms of style, Aston Martin. He can still rock a tracksuit at the same time. He can still rock a suit.
Mm-hmm.
A man of watches. Yeah, I think he's probably the closest thing I could say. But if not Dave, then probably you're right. Tom Holland. Because I really see the vision with Tom Holland.
Don't the kids like Central C for all of that stuff in a way?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
That's true.
Obviously not my,
my
palette, but the kids do that.
Like, I don't be liking the matchy with like my tracksuit matches my J's. I've never been behind that, but they love it.
What about gigs? Look at the kicks and the hat matching.
That was in what year was that? That could have been 2009. No way.
It's coming back.
Do you know who I would even say would be Damson Idris?
Yeah,
I
don't know.
I was thinking of his name.
He's getting on my nerves a little bit.
Are you hating?
A little. I don't know. I don't hate him, but it's like
It's too buff him. Trust me.
it's just a little too. He's a little everywhere. Like,
Do you think?
You sound like Denzel right now.
Damson Idris. I don't know. Like,
I like him, man. He's got
of course.
He's
He's from the UK. He's doing his thing. I just want to see less of him. Be a superstar.
Less of him. I feel like I don't really. I feel like
I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm following the wrong people.
Okay, real player energy for you right now, bro.
I woke up this morning and said I'm hating. It's 8 o'clock, baby.
Say 8 o'clock. I said 8 o'clock.
No. No, I want to make a disclaimer. I do like him. And I'm going to support a fellow member of the DSS Society.
Yeah.
But just chill. Don't need to be everywhere, man.
Fair enough, man.
That's my take on it. But yes, he's a good choice.
But you are right about Damson Idris. Yeah,
what's happening before? I mean, what's happening with Daniel Kaluuya?
I read a crazy
He's just
story.
out here partying. Don't worry, bro.
I read a crazy story.
Yeah, that story is
Pretty wild.
Let me hear.
You don't know.
No.
He dropped his whole talent team, and now the person who's in charge of all his business is his, what is she, like a spiritual advisor named Air Jordan.
Wait, what?
Nah, Demi, you're trolling right now, bro.
No, that's her name.
No, is it Mistress or something like that?
Oh, Mistress Jordan.
A really weird name.
Is her name Jordan?
I don't think it's Jordan.
I feel like I would have.
Not your namesake. Don't worry. You're not attached to this.
Yeah, I swear it's like I don't know what it is.
Nah, you're chatting rubbish. Wait, what's going on
Mistress or
here?
something like that.
No
I don't
joke.
know.
It's
very
mad.
strange.
The story is actually mad. Like I don't
Jordan
really
4s or
understand.
Jordan 1s.
She's got like
Fact.
what is it? She's got like bare like qualifications for like random like holistic spiritual. Like,
I don't need. What's it like? Nah, come on.
I don't
See,
really.
listen,
get it.
sometimes, the powers make work,
Get God on the phone.
No, but apparently she was. Apparently she was on set for no.
Yeah,
causing a ruckus.
Yeah.
And all the people and the director were not happy with her being on set, and caused a lot of friction, like through Daniel. So he dropped all of his agencies and all that type of
And
stuff.
they were
Kinda
cooking
weird.
because he was on a hell of a run after his Oscar
Yeah.
win. I don't see why you do that. It was painfully dumb.
I've never heard it from the acting scene, but I've heard it from like NBA players, NFL players. They drop their whole team and then they let family members who are really inexperienced to then go off
to
and run.
make big
And then
decisions.
financially, you just see them fall.
100%.
I don't want to see that
So-
happen to DK. No way.
It's sad, man. It's sad.
That is
And
sad.
they're not taking interviews at the moment, so you can't. He's not even explaining himself. Not that he
Yeah,
has
is
to
it?
to us, but like
That's mad.
people have been trying to email him, and they're just saying we're not taking interviews at this time.
That's crazy.
That is very crazy because that's even been going on for like a long time. Because I remember
Oh, is it?
reading like this headline or like some rumors months ago, but it was like so weird that I was like whatever. But then this headline's come out that I guess it's true because everyone's talking about it.
No, it's nuts. I just don't know like where he goes from here because that team behind him, they were pushing him to the moon. Like he's on course to be the next big thing.
You know, from BBC to then go to
Skins, innit?
Yeah,
He was on
Channel 4
Skins.
yeah.
Skins, and then to go from Skins to Get Out, and then from there to be playing Fred Hampton,
Yeah,
Black
what a
Messiah.
great film.
Yeah, it's a fantastic.
Mhm.
and then now you want spiritual miracle Mistress Air Jordan.
So we're just gonna call it the woman Jordan.
We're gonna call her that now.
No, we got Jordan in the place. Let's get her name right. 'Cause
Let's not do that.
Mistress Air Jordan.
we don't want to give her.
Mistress Air Jordan.
That's crazy.
Let's roll with that.
That could be the name of the episode.
We're here now.
Oh God. All right. So before we close, does anyone have any? Or Jordan, do you have anything that you want to discuss? Get off your. Is there any celeb that's annoying you that you want to tell them stop what you're doing?
What do you guys think of this Kim Kardashian thing that she said about? What did she say? Get off your ass and
It's
fucking
just Money
work.
Made 2.0, isn't it?
Yeah, I find it quite interesting that it's come like.
We
quite
have the
quickly
same
after that.
hours. Same
Get off
24
your
hours
fucking ass and
as
go
Molly
to
May.
work.
And I truly do believe that we do have the same 24 hours as Molly May, but we are human beings.
I'm not.
We have, if we want to decide to feel, then we can decide to feel. If we don't want to feel, but then again, our situation, she became successful. She was Paris Hilton's assistant, and then she made a sex tape, and then that sex tape put her in a situation where people wanted to know more about her. So now she used that as leverage to now launch her show, and from there, she became probably, I want to call her a B-list celebrity. Then she met Kanye West. Kanye West took her to another level. Vice versa. Kim Kardashian took Kanye West to another level, but they did it together. Now she's on this position to saying, "Oh yeah, we all have the same 24 hours. Right. It's like
she didn't say same 24 hours though.
Get your ass up and work.
Get your ass up and work.
Get your ass to work. Get your ass up and fucking work.
Today, I mean, you're not really gonna find somebody on OnlyFans doing.
You can tell them to get up. They're working.
Well, they're gonna go on their knees one way or another. But basically,
this guy's a clown. Go on.
But basically, like you can't tell them to do the same thing or do the same exact.
But why? I guess just work in general. Like there's.
I think
message, wrong messenger.
No,
I don't think so. I don't even think so.
We do have the same 24 hours, but she's just that she's thinking in a very linear.
She can't speak. Basically, she shouldn't be the one that's saying this.
Yeah, because her daughter's out there taking the piss out.
Nor should Molly May be the one that's saying this. Does that make sense? Like if it's somebody that was like from our background and went through something like of real actual trials and tribulations, you're gonna hear that and be like, yeah, I get it.
But
the message is kind of wrong as well. You can't say somebody get your ass up and work. Now you think about it.
Jordan,
There's a way
what do you
to say
think?
it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think for me, because after that, she said, what did she say? She said, it seems like no one wants to fucking work anymore. Like, that's what you like. You need to fucking work if you want to, you need to get off your ass and like do this if you want to be successful, which is, as you said, like, yeah, factually, that is true.
Yes.
But like, at the end of the day, if she was born into wealth, she was already rich. Her dad was already a lawyer for O.J. Simpson. Like the fact that she even she started off as like Paris Hilton's like maid or whatever she was doing. But you think it's easy to just go and be Paris Hilton's maid?
No,
like, you have to be born in the right place for that to happen. So I just feel like, as you said, it's just obviously you need to work to be successful. But why do I want to hear that from you? Like what? And the thing is, I feel like she's stuck on this thing of like people doubting that she works hard. And I don't think at this point no one can say that she hasn't worked hard, that she's not good at business, because she did turn a sex tape into this whole empire, and that's not easy.
She's worth $1 billion now, isn't it, as well?
Yes, it's crazy. She's probably the most famous woman in the world, or at least was at one point. And it's kind of like I just feel like
I think she probably still has a chip on her shoulder just because of how it happened. She still kind of views herself as like an underdog to some degree, even though she isn't, obviously.
No, I hear that. I think that makes sense.
And more importantly, if her mother wasn't there, who would she be today? So I mean,
that's what I really want to hear from. Like,
there's a lot of factors
that works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder.
There's a lot of factors that actually contribute to a person's success, and more importantly, the notion of like self-made, it doesn't exist. It's never existed. Like there's always somebody who's going to help you get there. Of course you have the vision. Of course you have the zeal to actually go and push yourself forward. And you may use your 24 hours completely different to how somebody else uses their 24 hours. But at the end of the day, there is a whole team around you.
But getting to that level of wealth is so based on luck. Like right place, right time.
Just hard work.
But
the thing is, it's not self.
There's so much luck that goes into getting to that point.
But the thing is, what it is that people would have this self-belief that they did it themselves. That's where things get misconstrued. Because when they say we all have the same 24 hours, we all have the same 24 hours. But if you have a team, then the level of the outcome is going to be completely different to somebody who's done it by themselves.
But how is that not luck though? Because how have you got yourself? How are you born in that situation where you can meet the right team and like meet the right people and level up in the way that you need to level up?
It's taking the initiative to go out there and then finding the people.
Nah, I don't know.
Really and truly, like you can't.
Yes, agreed. But what if that meeting doesn't go well? Like, I'm sure there's so many people like who have been successful. You have to think about it. Is my mum calls it the golden buzzer moment? It's just that one moment where, for a musician, for an actor, that just changes their life. That's purely luck. You could be doing audition for months for multiple different roles, and then you get one and it bangs, and then you're on stage, and then when you're on stage someone sees you and it's like, I like you in that role, I want to use you in my movie, get used as an extra, they like you as an extra, and then you work your way up that way. But it's so like being successful to that level is so based on luck. And I'm not taking away the hard work, but you could put two people in the same position and they could both have different outcomes. One could end up being successful and one could end up being unsuccessful. And you could literally give them the same options. So I think
there's an element of luck.
Yeah. So telling people to just get up off their fucking ass and work, like most people are working. You know,
it's just this climate as well. It's like, why are you saying this when people are like, the world has never been rougher for like, do you know what I mean? People are losing their jobs, people haven't got no money, like bills are going up, like pay staying the same. Like, why are you saying this now?
I didn't really understand why she needed to say it. The whole interview they did was pretty shoddy, really, to be fair. And then Chloe coming out and saying, when a man cheats, the woman is blamed. Like, I just thought that was weird because no one blamed Chloe. If I blamed her for anything, I blamed her for taking him back for like 8 times in a row. Like,
but I feel like at this point they're just saying stuff for sport, because the fact that she came out and said that after she slammed Jordan Woods the whole time, I'm like, you know that people hate you because of that. So I feel like, are you just saying that to just be like, it's just to stir up headlines? Yeah,
I don't get it, because it's like, she's a busy woman and he's a busy man, and sometimes they may not be able to meet. So I kind of get where she's coming from, but it's like, that's a whole complete different concept.
What do you mean?
Like, if she's talking about Tristan cheating, it might just be that she's just barely there. She just has him as a...
But I don't know. Then you can't... Like, I just don't want you to come from that angle. Like, I don't get it. Like, no one blamed Chloe.
But she's only talking about her specific situation, but she's trying to generalize it, and that's what makes it
that's the issue. And but even her, more reason, because it's like, what are you talking about? No one, when he cheated on you, I think she was pregnant with True, everyone was in support of her. Like, no one said a bad word. Like, people were it was in her favor. The reason she started getting mocked was because she kept taking him back. Like,
wait, what was it that she said? Did she say that we're blaming women for getting cheated on?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. And
I just couldn't roll with that.
Yeah.
Listen, man, the Kardashians make the world go around, and the media world go around.
They really do.
Whatever they say, we're just here talking about it. You know, that's just the way it goes. It's not changed for years now. So
But Kendall,
they're doing their job. Is Kendall your favorite? Yeah,
she's an it girl, to be honest.
Yeah, she is.
She stays busy. Do you know what? You did a really good post on Kylie's fall off. I didn't even think about it. Like 2016, she was
everywhere.
Yeah,
I thought she was.
She was Instagram.
Yeah, fully. She was like the Insta baddie.
Yeah,
blueprint basically.
And then it's like she made a bill and just gave up.
I don't know what it is.
Did she sell lip kit or something?
Yeah, that was her first business with the lip kits, and they were massive and they were sold out all the time, and it was just like, people thought she was going to be like the new Kim in terms of just like the sex, I guess, icon of like a generation. But I don't know, she's really taken a step back. I feel like she's really enjoying
motherhood.
Yeah, being a mother, which is fair. I do kind of rate it, to be honest.
Would you say it kind of happened at the same time of when the whole like Travis Scott Astroworld thing happened? She kind of disappeared.
Yeah, well, I read this. There's this deep dive online. I don't know if it's true, but there's a lot of sources in it. It's worth a read. And apparently, like, she wasn't with Travis, like, really at any point. It kind of just happened. And they've not really been together. Like, they're just like parenting together. But
they've had 2 kids. Or the second one, I kind of guess with fruits that a little bit.
But if you notice, though, all of the Kardashians, they all have one baby daddy, other than Chris.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm sort of like, oh, maybe you're just trying to stick to this formula. You don't know, because I feel like Chris is very, like, she has a formula for the way that things work in that family.
It's a fact.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Interesting.
That is, I guess so. We'll see. The thing that could break it is Chloe or Courtney's getting married.
It's very interesting.
What's the man's name?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Travis Sutton. Not Travis. Is it Travis Barker? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
2 Travises in one family. That's crazy.
The whole aesthetic is crazy.
It's mad.
He is tatted up. The fact that now that I associate MGK and Megan Fox, that couple, that's one of my favorite celeb couples ever.
Swear down.
Everyone hates them.
Just because of the pure stupidity. When he was like, "What's the first thing I said to you when we met?" I am weed. I said, I like that, bro.
Do you know what? Yeah, I kind of rate it. People hate him because they keep saying stuff like that.
I love it.
I kind of like it because I think they're taking the piss. I think they are. Like, they must.
There's no way. When Homeboy said that she can't take off the ring because if she did, it would like take off her finger as well. I said, you know what? I hear it.
They've had a vision and they're committed to it.
Nah,
it's working, I guess.
They're the couple that has like a pint of blood. Like, she wears a. Get busy, man.
But you know what? I think it's just this resurgence of like the pretty girl with like the edgy boyfriend with like the tattoos. Because like you've got them, you've got Courtney and Travis. You've got Kim and Pete, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of they're kind of probably the it boys, really.
They're
like
the pixie manic dream girls for men. That's what I've seen.
Oh my god, yeah, that's actually it.
Yeah, I've been knowing my stuff, man, and my terminologies. Listen, but
That's not impressed.
It's because he doesn't know what a Pixie Manic Dream Girl is.
I'm just not here for blood.
Nah, nor am I. But their whole GQ, when couples go on and they ask questions of each other, that was brilliant. That was phenomenal.
I really enjoyed Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott because
they knew nothing about each other.
That was so. He asked. I think she had to ask him what color her eyes were, and he didn't know.
Wow.
He's just like, oh yeah, man.
I think that's what confirmed it for me when I read that deep dive. I was like, no, they're not together.
Nah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Hey, people can pretend. They be doing it for real. All right. Well, episode 131. But Jordan, before we close, the way in which we close is you pick a song. So we have a playlist and we add to it every week. So you have to pick a song to add to that playlist.
Does it have to be a new song?
No, it can be any song throughout time.
Any song.
Can we have All Falls Down, Kanye?
Oh, what a song.
What a choice. When he up and it all falls down. She was getting busy.
You see why he was playing it everywhere. Like,
Listen.
When he was in the office.
And the woman was just like,
Okay,
are you done?
Do you know what, though? I don't know if I'd see the vision. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the song obviously slaps and
It
we
wasn't
love
even
it.
the complete one. So it wasn't,
Okay,
it wasn't
fair
the
enough.
complete version, so.
And I can hear Kanye doing his, you know, when he's like trying to put a verse together and he's like, that's probably what he was playing. And the girl's like, I gotta get back to work. This is not helpful to anyone.
It's not at all.
That is I don't even know what song I want to go with.
Happy Mother's Day. By the time this episode comes out, it'll be Mother's Day, isn't it?
Oh, Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mums out there.
Yeah, it'll be Mother's Day.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
When's Mother's Day?
27th.
Damn, yeah.
Is it 27th? Listen. Flowers and cards, that's it.
Yeah, 27. Yeah.
Life is expensive these days, man.
My choice is a song by Benny the Butcher called Super Plug. It's on his new album, Talent Talk 4.
My choice.
You know J. Cole's evil, you know?
Well,
Go on.
On Benny's song.
He's really evil
He
for that.
spun him, didn't he?
Everybody, you know what? I think it's more interesting if it's J. Cole versus Kendrick Lamar than it is Drake versus Kendrick.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think Kendrick would win a versus against Drake. Not to say that Kendrick doesn't make better music than Drake.
What do you mean? Are we talking bar for bar?
Yeah, like
No, it's like a
bars.
versus. Oh,
no, Drake wipes him in the verses.
Yeah. No, you just mean bars.
Yeah,
Oh,
bars.
okay. Yeah. I don't know, man. Drake's pen is insane. Like, it's because it doesn't come out enough. But when it comes out,
No, you're right.
he's clear.
Discredit him.
I'm going for Wallan. I don't know. I don't think I'm pronouncing it right, but it's Bermuda Music, Unknown T, and Skilly Bang.
Skitty Bang.
Yeah. Never heard that song. Hear Me Clearly by Pusha T.
Boy,
Yeah.
good song.
Yeah, very good song. Are you into Pusha T?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really. I need to get into it.
Cocaine?
Too
Much cocaine?
Whoa.
No, that's a crazy question.
And on that note,
Yeah. No, wait. Jordan hasn't told the people where they can find her.
Yeah.
You can find me at Jordan Mary Adele on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. That's me. And hopefully YouTube or podcast coming soon. So watch out.
Yeah, no, we love
Nice,
that.
nice. Yeah,
Lovely.
you do well for a podcast, I'd say.
Thank you.
100%. You've been a lot of fun. Great conversation. And I've learned a lot. And I'm glad, you know what? That's what we should do. That's going to be the TikTok clip. We've come up with terminology for it, girl, and boy. So I'm proud of us. Hopefully that takes off.
We'll see.
No, it will.
I like that. It will.
You have to believe it. You have to
Positive
believe it.
affirmations.
You have to
Come on.
believe it.
Receive it.
Absolutely.
Believing is, and you can find us at Made in Chafford on everything. Jordan, thank you once again. What's it, Mistress Jordan?
Mistress Air Jordan.
Mistress Air Jordan.
That's my
That's your
name.
name.
Thank you.
Cool.